A couple of important things to point out about the cost curves that you see on this slide. One, and all of these that I'm going to point out, we will make a lot of use of in the chapters that follow the production and cost chapter, or the business cost chapter rather. And the first I want to point out is that the marginal cost curve will intersect the average total cost curve at its lowest point. So right there, where that intersection of the marginal cost curve and the average total cost curve is, that's the lowest point on the average total cost curve. What's the significance of knowing that? Well, that allows you to easily identify what the lowest point on their average total cost curve is, or what their minimum average total cost is. Likewise, at the same time, the marginal cost curve also intersects the average variable cost curve at its lowest point. So right there, where the marginal cost curve intersects the average variable cost curve, that is also the lowest point on the average variable cost curve. Again, it's going to be useful to us, as will become very obvious in the next chapter, that's an important fact to know. It's also, those are the two primary things that I wanted to point out that relate to this chapter, but it's also important that you understand that average total cost is always the sum total of average fixed cost plus average variable cost, because we only consider two different types of cost in this class, fixed and variable. And when you add the average fixed cost and the average variable cost together, you get average total cost. So let me change my color here. What he's pointing out here in this graphic is that vertical distance between the average total cost curve and the average variable cost curve has to be average fixed cost, right? Because if average total cost is always the sum total of average fixed plus average variable, at that level of output, say right there, whatever that level of output is, if you add together this average fixed cost and this average variable cost, you're going to get this average total cost. So bear those relationships in mind and make sure that you solidify your understanding of that, because we will make a lot of use of that in your understanding of the more difficult concepts that follow this. Will be aided by your understanding of that. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps you. Thanks.